Okay, fellow cleanse guys and gals, right now I'm going to show you Frandy's recipe that she gave us for the lemon dill wild salmon, which actually comes from Dr. Hyman's. So first we will go through the ingredients. So we have fresh tarragon, fresh flat leaf Italian parsley, lemon juice. Now push them off to the side because then we'll work on the surface. Dill seed, dill weed, whatever you want to call it, dill, and 3 garlic cloves, the beautiful fresh organic salmon, and with this ingredient I actually rinse it well in cool water, dry it in paper towels because you want the salmon to be nice and dry, and room temperature because it grabs the flavors better than if it's chilled. But room temperature means leaving it out for 10 minutes, so while we're doing the ingredients and such, just let it sit on the counter nice and clean and ready to go. And then the final ingredient is olive oil, which is in the bowl. And the reason I just put it directly in the bowl is because this is where we're going to put all of our ingredients to make our marinade for the salmon. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and mash up our garlic cloves. These are organic garlic cloves. They're still in their sleeves, and I know most of us already know this, but just in case, the best way to do it is to hit it, and then you can peel off the crispy shell. And I'm not hitting it really hard, I'm just hitting it hard enough to crack it. And that one I didn't hit hard enough, so let's try it again. There we go. Comes out nice. And just putting the covers over. Okay, so we have our garlic, and what we're going to do is just start by slicing it up into smaller pieces. We want to get a nice fine mesh. Now you can also use the garlic that's already chopped up for you and ready to go in the little jars. Just, you know, do your best to get a good quality product if you do that. But if you knew the size of my condo, you would understand why I don't have very many pre-made items, because my refrigerator is tiny. My counter is tiny, my cabinets are tiny. Okay, so we have it fairly well chopped up. I'm just going to push it to the side just for a moment. And now we're going to work on the parsley. And what I'm doing here is I'm rolling the parsley up so I can get it nice tight, and then I can start, just get a halfway decent chop going. First, when you are chopping fresh herbs for a recipe, you want to do it right before you need it, because when you are chopping the greens, you're breaking down the structure of the greens. They will wilt much easier then, and you're also breaking open the cells of the greens, which helps bring out the aroma. Okay, so there's our parsley and our garlic. Now let's go with our fresh tarragon. This one I can't really do the whole roll and go, but I pull it together as best I can. This leaf is a little tougher than the parsley, so it takes a little bit more work. I'm going to bring it all together. You can even smash down on it with your knife if you really want to help incorporate all the flavors into their own mesh. Those of you who watch my videos and it bothers you that I'm using my hands instead of gloves, the reason that is that if you knew how many times I washed my hands throughout the day and how often I sterilize my kitchen counter. a little germ phobic, so I'm pretty good about keeping my home environment pretty clean. So, but some of the chefs say your best tools are your hands, but still. Okay, so there's that. We can add in our dill, but dill is pretty well already, you know, sliced and diced. But at this point, all I'm doing is smashing it into the garlic because I just want to moisturize the dill with some of the garlic juice so it doesn't fly around. It actually becomes part of the mixture. Okay. That garlic is pretty fresh. It's pretty sticky. I'm going to bring our oil over. Actually, let's put this in our oil. Oh, that goodness. Get it in there. Okay. I'm going to pause for a moment just so I can wash my hands because I got the garlic all over it. Okay, hold on. Okay, back. Nice clean hands, lovely. Alright, so we're going to mix this together. So far, the ingredients that are in the bowl, you could put straight on the salmon now if you wanted to let it sit for a while. But as soon as you put the lemon in here, you want to place this on the salmon right before you cook it, because lemon actually cooks many seafoods because of the acidity in the fruit. So that looks pretty good. Let's see if I can get it to focus up close. Just looks really good. It's kind of, at this point, a little bit of a runny pesto kind of texture. These garlic pieces, woo, to me maybe they're a little too big still when you eat it, but you just chop them to how you like it. And the lemon, we're going to add the lemon now. Okay, so you'll notice so far we haven't put any salt in the recipe. And I have found that lemon, if you're trying to go salt free, lemon is an awesome replacement for it. I actually just put a little bit of lemon on my lettuce leaves, and that's how I eat my lettuce. That's the closest way to get me to eat lettuce instead of salt. And it feels like salt, and it tastes like salt, and it's pretty good. But lemon's always good with fish. So we're nice and mixed well. The next step is we're going to bring our salmon over. Let's try to keep this on camera so you can see it. Bring our salmon over. This salmon, oh, it looks so good. I mean, I could probably eat it right now. It's like sushi. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit on at a time because I want to smash it into the actual salmon. I want to try to force it into some of the cells. We don't want to disrupt or harm the flesh of the salmon, but really work it on there. I'm going to put some on the side here. Oh, this looks so good so far. Alright, I leave a little in the bowl because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer this over to the pan that we're going to cook this on. The oven is preheated and ready to go. And then I'll put some more of the sauce right on top of it in the pan to make sure we don't lose all the goodies. So, let's see here. I forgot to put olive oil on my pan. Okay, so olive oil on the pan to make sure it doesn't stick. This is also non-stick foil, but I also like the flavor of salmon, oil on the bottom because it does help bring the flavor of the skin out. And then we're going to just place the salmon on here. Put the rest of the aromatics on top. Oh my gosh. Then you gotta admit, that's kind of looking pretty good if you like salmon and such. Nice and fresh. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take our salmon, I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes or until it flakes easily when tested with a fork. Now no cover on it, just like this, straight in the middle rack of the oven. So I'm going to pause, and when it's ready, I'll start recording again and show you what it looks like. Okay, so here we are. The salmon has finished cooking. Let's go ahead and transfer it to a plate so we can get the full glory of it. Let me move this pan out of the way. Alright, so you hear anything going on in the background, that is just my dishwasher. Okay, let's cut this guy open. I fear I might have cooked it a little too long because I went past the recommended time that Frandy had, but it looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So there you go. Enjoy and have a great day.